Hey everyone, it is another Thanksgiving side. Let's be honest, I don't need a holiday to have collard greens, but it is a very popular side with people that I know. So I'm going to show you how to cook them. They're not difficult. You just have to be careful who collard greens you eat. Everybody don't clean their greens right. So first things first, you want to get the meat going. I saute some onions. You can do it in butter, bacon, fat, whatever. I use smoked ham hocks. You can use neck bones, turkey neck, as long as it's smoked. If you want, you can put these in the crock pot overnight, and then clean your greens, and boom, you're good. Don't put the greens in a crock pot. Don't do that. Okay, so I'm using some store-bought stock because I ran out of stock doing another recipe. So, I gotta use store-bought just for the sake of this video. But if you want to use store-bought stock, there's nothing wrong with that. I just usually, for the holidays, I try to make sure I have a lot of stock made up. So, the way I clean greens is very tedious. A lot of people look at me like I'm crazy. I look at each leaf separately, and I go through. You don't throw the whole leaf away because one little piece is yellow. You clip that off and you keep it moving. And I take all the stems out. Everybody don't do that, but I do. I don't like a bunch of stems in my pot. So what I do is each leaf, I look at it and I wipe each leaf. Each leaf, yes. Everybody don't do it this way. You don't have to do it this way, but this is just how I was taught. My grandma did it this way. My mama does it this way. So that's how I do it. You don't ever have to worry about eating no gritty collard greens if you do it this way. You ever had some out of collard greens and it was all gritty? That was not seasoning, boo. That was sand and dirt because they didn't clean them collard greens well. You got to be careful. All right, and then looking at that way, you can tell if there's worms or something on there. And no, you don't have to throw it away because there's a worm on them. It's produce. There's gonna be bugs. You just take it off, cut that part off, and throw it away. So here I am filling my sink up with some cold water and some baking soda. The last time y'all saw me do greens on a much larger scale, everybody don't cook greens like that, so I decided to do it again. So after I've wiped each leaf, I roll them up. I take them stack by stack and I roll them up. And we used to hold this in our hand and cut them, but I'm clumsy. So this is how I do it. Y'all, I've been missing a finger or two the way we used to have to do it. We just hold it and cut it like that. But this is how I do it. Because to me it's quicker. It's easier on your hand and your wrist. Especially if you're cutting up a lot of greens. And I just move them around in the water. Make sure your water is cold, at least cool. You don't have to have it ice cold, but let your water be cool. And as I said, I got baking soda in that water. So here, after I've got everything cut up, I move the greens around in the water, and I wash them in each sink in some fresh water several times. These greens were pretty clean that I got. They weren't very gritty. They weren't gritty at all. I felt no grit on them whatsoever. But I still do this just because it's produce and you really need to be careful and wash your produce well. Make sure before you even start anything that you really clean and sanitize your sink out really well. Before the food and the sink police come up in this video talking about, oh my God, you clean your greens in the sink. Don't come for me. Okay. And then I rinse the sink out again. Make sure in case there was some grit that you're not putting grit back into your clean greens. Okay? It's a process. I would say this process, collard greens are more tedious than they are difficult. You have to be really careful. There's been times where I've bought some greens and honey, they were so gritty. I had to clean them in portions because I couldn't clean them all at once. It was just too much grit. But Yeah, so I just do this several times until I feel comfortable enough that they're clean. You do it as many times as you want, as few times as you want. It's up to you. You don't got to eat them. Just saying. So yeah, um, like I said, and you can do, and mustard greens, you really have to be careful with mustard greens. Mustard greens usually are very gritty. So you have to be very careful with mustard greens, especially when you get them. I don't buy the ones in the bag. This is how I buy my collard greens all the time. I don't buy the ones in the bag pre-chopped just because I don't like the way they taste. They taste like they got some type of, I don't know, whatever they put them in there to preserve them. I just don't like it. Even the pre-chopped salad, some of them I don't like because I can taste whatever they put in there to preserve it. I can taste it. And I just, All right, so here I am checking my ham hock to see. I let my ham hock cook till they're almost done. Well, they're already done, but until they're almost, completely tender. Some people throw it all in there at one time. That's not how I do it, but you do it how you want to. So now I can put my greens in. The reason why I wait is because now you've developed flavor in your stock. So I put my greens in batches, and you cook, and once your batch cooked down, you stir it up, put another batch in. You're going to see that collard greens cook down. So you saw a sink full of collard greens, and this is what you're reduced to right here. And if you notice, I use stock instead of water because I want my greens to be as flavorful as possible. Okay? So look, this is it. This is what those greens cook down to. These aren't quite done, but I am going to taste them for seasoning. See if I need to add some salt, I like to add a little red pepper flake in just to give it a little, make them a little snazzy. It's up to you. You don't got to. I just like it like that. So, as you can see, they're not quite done. But like I said, I'm going to taste them for seasoning. And they did need a little salt. And I don't put black pepper in my greens either. I don't know why my grandmother never did. They didn't do it, so I don't do it. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the meat all off the bones, cut it up, and so that it is throughout the collard greens. I'm going to mix it up. Okay. And here is Amaya trying to. Okay.
Can you stop?
Child. Girl, come over here. Excuse all them bags all over the place, y'all. I had just run out to the store and came back with her. Oh, and she liked them. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.